Welcome to Agenda Edina, a program summarizing the actions taken at City Hall that affect you most. I'm your host, Dorothea Marty. Removing a blight on France Avenue, a redevelopment proposed by Orion Investments has been approved. Last month, the substandard buildings at 7200 and 7250 France Avenue were demolished. Also in October, the city revised the planned unit development for the site to include a new overall development plan and site plan review. The project would be developed by Orion Investments in two phases, beginning with the construction of a 5-story, 124,000 square foot office building with a coffee shop and underground parking. Phase 1 would also include a pond, sidewalks, and green space. Phase 2 would be a similar sized building with housing and retail.
We have an opportunity to bring a great corporate tenant and project partner to the site. So they're going to occupy over 40,000 square feet and bring a lot of great jobs to our city. On top of that, we'll be the first to fully comply with the 2022 City of Edina sustainability policy. We're going to do a lot to treat stormwater not only on our site, which currently has none, but beyond the site boundaries. We've got great pedestrian movement throughout the site with dedicated, secure bike and pedestrian walkways. And back to that, using that stormwater piece, which is over an acre in size, creates a great buffer between our project and the neighborhood.
To maintain the integrity of Edina's historic country club district, the city has upheld a decision of the Heritage Preservation Commission regarding changes to a home there. Earlier this year, the commission granted a certificate of appropriateness for the construction of a detached garage and a second-floor addition to a 1938 home on Arden Avenue. The existing brick was to remain on the front of the house and reused for the garage. The property owner removed the brick without notifying the city and was ultimately given a stop work order in May. The property owner came back to the commission asking for the approval of a change in building materials, the addition of a second-floor window, and changes to the size of a street-facing dormer. The commission agreed to a different type of brick, but not the other requests.
Heritage preservation resources are an important asset to the community, and so it's important to maintain the asset, and so it's around for today's people of today and people of the future. And so to do that, the Heritage Preservation Commission is reviewing certificate of appropriateness applications and looking at proposed projects in terms of the neighborhood or in terms of the building and why it's important or why it's a resource, and looking at the proposed project to make sure that the changes that are made are appropriate.
The property owner appealed the decision to the City Council, but members found no fault in the Commission's action and denied the request. Observant visitors to several city parks will now find a new addition to the sidewalks there: poetry. The authors, Edina High School students. It's the latest effort by the Arts and Culture Commission and Project Earth to bring attention to climate change. Edina TV shows us where you can find climate poetry in the parks.
This past spring, chalk brought original Edina High School student poems to life.
I once met a broken sunset, ludicrously beautiful yet alone.
This fall, they became something more permanent. Each letter of each word of 4 poems were etched into 4 city park sidewalks: Arden Park, Centennial Lakes Park, Utley Park, and Yancey Park.
Our forests are valuable, more valuable than wood. Our oceans are valuable, more valuable than plastic. Act like it. One of the big goals of the sustainability division at the city is to engage with the community on climate action. So these poems help us raise awareness about climate issues that Edinans are facing.
A 5th can be found at the Edina High School.
But it is important to have it out in the community so people will see these things and again, maybe be surprised that, oh, here's another poem. Let's find the other ones.
With fall quickly making way for a different sort of ground cover, now is time to discover them.
Yeah, this is exciting.
At Centennial Lakes Park, one can be found just a short distance from the Hughes Pavilion.
We take and take from Mother Nature. Have you ever given back?
A simple and elegant way to share young voices.
We felt it was important for them to remind us how important our decisions every day make to the impact that they're living with for generations to come.
I'm Dan Carpenter for Edina TV.
5 additional poems will be etched into 5 more city park sidewalks next year. To learn more about the project, visit edinamn.gov and search for climate poetry in the parks. City offices will be closed Friday, November 11th for Veterans Day. On behalf of the City of Edina, thank you, veterans and service members, for your service to our country. Thank you for watching this episode of Agenda Edina. I'm your host, Dorothea Marty.